I just finished reading Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I have a bit of a disclaimer when it comes to this book. I am not a romance reader. This is only my second or third romance. I'm not experienced in the genre whatsoever. I venture out every once in a while. In this case, it was my book club's pick this month. This is what we decided to read. But take my opinion with a grain of salt. I'm sure there are other experienced romance readers out there that could give you a better gauge on whether or not you should read this book if this is a book that you've been interested in. With that being said, I usually have the general criticism that romances are just too long for some reason. This one comes in at just under 450 pages, and I just don't understand why a story like that needs that many pages. I guess maybe it builds anticipation, and that's what's enjoyable about it, but for me, they could be shorter. There is also another little quirk that I had with this book. One of the main characters is Swedish, and he often says Swedish phrases or sentences, and rather than it being spelt out in the book so that you can pronounce it yourself or listen to it in the audiobook, it just says Swedish word, which kind of bugged me a little bit because I wanted to know what the phrase was so that I could Google it, look it up or whatever, or just, just have it there in the book rather than it just saying Swedish word. I don't know. The other thing is, the spice kind of freaks me out a little bit in this book. I don't know why. Usually if I read a romance, I go for a spicy romance just so that it has some element that I find somewhat intriguing. But for some reason, it kind of freaked me out this time around. I think it was because I was bouncing between the audiobook and the physical book. So there were times where spicy scenes were playing out while I'm like trying to get groceries, and it's like playing in my ear while I'm like looking at the apples. I don't know. But regardless, I rated it 2.75 stars, or 3 stars if we're rounding up on Goodreads. Like I said, take my opinion with a grain of salt, and experienced romance readers, feel free to drop any recommendations because I would like to get more comfortable in the genre. I think I just haven't found my niche yet. As far as what's next, I've started reading Brother by Nia Alborn. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. About 83 pages in. I haven't decided if I'm going to go through all the way with this one, but I probably should because it's been on my shelf for a while. And if I stop now, I probably won't pick it back up again in the future. So I think I'm going to read it. It seems relatively interesting so far and kind of short. So if you got the chance to read either one of these, let me know what you thought in the comments. And until then, I will see you guys soon.